What is up today, guys? Brian here. It is the next day, and we're going to be putting the rear plastic on today. I am excited to say. I know I don't sound very excited, do I? Anyway, this ain't going to be that long of a video. I did yesterday. I got the brake bracket there painted. We're going to get it put on. The rear of the frame there was painted. Looks really good. Dried nice. Everything looks good with it. And the rear plastics, we got those cleaned up. Got them looking pretty good. Good as what I can, of course. And but yeah, that's gonna be today's little video. Got my bolts here, and I'll get you set down, and we'll get going getting this stuff back installed. All right. So let me get you set down over here. Hope everybody's doing okay. Staying safe. Making sure, doing your social distancing thing. Keeping yourself healthy. Here's that little bracket. I think it turned out pretty good. Looks really nice. So we're going to stick this back on there. Now, let me bring you over here so I can show you this little piece. This is for the rear brake light. And this little plastic nut slash has these little tabs on them right here. And that's what holds that through that hole in that bracket. Well, one of them snapped off right there. So it doesn't have that little tab to hold it. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to put a zip tie around it. I would have to order this from either an Arctic Cat dealer or from like Babbitt's, where I just ordered the grommet and spacer for the front plastics, which had just broke on me the other day. When I ordered that, I would have ordered this too, but they didn't. So it's not any big thing. It just keeps it from coming back up out of there. So as long as I put a zip tie once it's through the hole, and I'll show you. Once I put a zip tie on it, it should be good. The main thing is getting the bracket back on here. My bolts, I took a wire brush to them. I didn't do a lot of sanding on them. I didn't want to get them back down to the bare metal, and they just going to rust on me again. So I took a wire brush to them, cleaned them up there a little bit, and then what I'll do, once I get them put in, tightened down, I'll put a little bit of WD-40 or something on them just to help keep them. And then every time I wash it, anything like that, I'll squirt WD-40 on it or whatever I need to do. And then this just basically goes through the hole like that. And then we have this spring that goes on there. And it'll, like, right now it's not pulling back out. So I'd probably be okay, but I am going to stick a zip tie around it just to make sure. got that tightened down. A little spring hook back up here. Back one. Back under there. Let's see. I have to wait before I put that piece back on there. Well, let me adjust this. I had it where it was, and then I was messing around and turned it, and I was like, well, that was adjusted right for the brake light not to be on all the time. It has to have enough tension. I gotta turn it back just a little bit. It has to have enough tension so the spring doesn't fall off there. That should be it up there, I think. But yeah, I can adjust that as we go. Let me grab a zip tie. There we go. That's good. Just enough to hold it in there. Alright, now for the moment of truth. I'll raise you up. You can see, alright, we're going to go ahead and stick the rear plastics back on. Everything's ready to go. There, take the tape out of my plug. That's looking good. Fuel cap's got to come off. Fuel don't smell too bad. I had put Sta-Bil in it. I try to use Sta-Bil on everything I got, but I definitely want to get this thing fired up. That's kind of one of my urgencies of getting it back together. One, I want to ride it, but I want to get it fired up too. Lucky, lucky. Lucky, lucky. Man, if that ain't a pretty sight, I don't know what is. Good gravy. Really, the only thing that holds this rear plastic on is there's the 4 bolts that go through the rack. Of course, the rack is held by another bolt out of here closer to the outside. So once I put these 4 bolts in, and then the battery cover that goes in has 2 bolts that go in right there, and that's it. That part's done. But we can get my fuel cap back on here. And then it's held, of course, then when I put on the plastic part of the running boards here, the covers over the floorboards, if you want to call them that, they once we put those on, then they will bolt up onto the fenders here. So got my bolts. Try and move you right here. Sorry about this. Forgot to get rid of my beer box. I had a good buddy of mine I work with. He's a heck of a guy. He brought me today. I told him, he messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm going to the grocery store." He said, "If they got toilet paper, do you want me to bring you some?" I said, "Yes." If they got it, go ahead. I said, "I got some, but if they got it, go ahead and get me some." And then I jokingly sent back, "Hey, I'm out of beer. Can you bring me some beer too?" And then I sent back, "I was just kidding. Don't worry about that." And so the next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call. "Hey, I'm coming up your driveway, and I got your stuff." And I was like, "What do you mean? You got toilet paper?" He said, "I got your beer." He said, "I ain't bringing you some toilet paper, but I got your beer." So I got toilet paper and beer now. And it's kind of looking like we're not going to go back to work next week. Probably be the week after. Which I know they're being cautious and doing everything to keep us safe and all that, which is, which is really nice. I work for a good company, and I can't complain about them, that's for sure, because they're taking care of us. Grabbing my tools here. Gotta get me a wrench. I had put these bolts in a little container and had sprayed some WD-40 on them, so I'm just kind of wiping the excess off of them. Find my right wrench here I need. This will be 13 millimeter. Yep. Alright, I got everything now. Grab another 4 bolts here. Get a screwdriver. Ow, hurt. Yep, I'm lined up with the hose. sucker don't want to go down there. There it is. Never watch doing that again, bro. That's my hand up. I think being cantankerous don't want to go back on. There's one. There's two. Three. And four. Make sure they're where we're supposed to be. That one's yeah, I was going to take you guys outside with me and set the video camera up while I was washing this off, scrubbing it off. I took Simple Green, sprayed it down before I took it over to wash it, and then got over and put just a little bit of water on it and started scrubbing it, and got it cleaned up pretty good. There's, you know, a lot of little surface scuffs on it and stuff. I'm going to try to do something with that maybe, but the wind is blowing so hard that it almost blew the camera off of the porch where I had it set up. So I was like, well, that's not going to work. I'm not going to tear my camera up trying to do it. So I didn't video that part, which that wasn't a very exciting part of it anyway. Probably all you would have seen was cracking my butt where I'd bent over. Oh, I'm going to have to get down here low. Always feels good to get to see a project you're working on start going back together. I know it always makes me feel good anyway, but not only that, but that just means that I get to start riding this jewel here for long, because I need to get it back here to where I can use it. I've got a lot of stuff I want to do around the farm here, and I mean, yeah, we got side-by-sides, but you know, this is mine. I'm the only one that rides it. I want to get some pieces, you know, some racks built off, removable racks that will fit in these speed brackets, they call them, and so I can haul different things. I want to build something for a chainsaw. I want to build something for a little toolbox. I can put them over here on the sides. I can put them here on the back. They even have some right here that I could build something, you know, if I needed to build some kind of a carrier, just slip them through and put a pin through them. where we at? All right. The rack's back on and she is mounted solid. Still got a little bit of polishing to do on it. I didn't paint this rack, and there's some places on where the coatings wore off of it, the paint's wore off of it, scratched up a little bit. I'm probably going to do this at a later time. Go take this off and give it I might take it down to a buddy of mine and have him sandblast. He's got one of the big sandblasters for outside that he does heavy stuff with. I might take it to him, that way I could get it sandblasted to where all this crap's off. He even powder coats, so that might be another video that I might see what it'll cost me to have him do both of these racks. Just sandblast them and then powder coat them for me and get them done that way. I could even do a different color if I wanted to. But for right now, I'm not going to worry too much about the paint on that because I am going to use it. They're going to get scratched up again. So, give you a look at her from this direction. Man, she's coming together. I just wish I had that daggone grommet for that plastic so I could get it back on there and then I could get everything else back on this unit. The battery, I'm probably going to go ahead and stick the battery in it. That way I can at least try to fire it up. What do you say we do that? You want to do that? That sounds like a plan to me. Let's see if I can set you down here. Maybe. There we go. We'll stick a battery in it. Batteries in. Come on now. What did it do? Move on me? Sucker. Being cantankerous. Don't want to start. Really? Come on. There it is. Alright, there's that one. Now the battery has been sitting on trickle charge. I've got one of those battery tenders, and it has been on that ever since I took it out of the four-wheeler here. So it should be good to go. I did check it with a checker the other day, and it showed it was good. So I even put a load to it. The checker I have has got a load tester, and I put a load to it, and still showed it was good. So hopefully that didn't lie to me, because I don't want to have to buy another battery. All the batteries you find around here are, it's like they're not, they say, oh yeah, it'll work, but it's like the size of them, they're not the right size. Man, I should have cleaned this up. This thing, this four-wheeler kind of kills me. It'll have regular nuts and bolts, and then it'll have some Phillips head screws, and then it'll have the star bit screws. Put stuff back in. Luckily, it does have a star Allen wrench that comes in this toolkit that covers the battery of it. Let me try to blow this thing off real quick. I should have tried it. I should have cleaned this thing. I didn't clean this thing. I was going to try to wipe it off a little bit. I know it don't matter. It'll get dirty again anyway, but it bugs me. Going to this much trouble cleaning everything else up. I need to do the same thing with this. They got a lot of it off there. Yeah, that's better than what it was. I can take it back off and do a fine cleaning of it later on. I'm sure at some point I'll probably have to have the battery back out of it again. This is pretty neat of them to do this. Most of them, they give you a toolkit that's in a little pouch back in a compartment, and this one is integrated into the battery hold down. And it's got pretty much everything you need. It's got spark plug wrench, it's got a tire gauge, screwdriver, and then several different. It's got a 14 millimeter. It's like, or no, I'm sorry. Or it's a 14 and a 17 millimeter, and then there's another. There's a 14 and a 13 open and box in. And then it looks like there's 10 and something else. What's that one? That's a 12. Then this is a 10, and that's a 10 millimeter. And then your little tool to go through your spark plug remover. But yeah, that's pretty old. And then the Torx, which is a T30. This just slips in like this. That. These two bolts go down into the frame. This battery, it's got foam up under this to sit on top of the battery. But the battery, even though I bought this battery for, and it's supposed to be for this machine, it's one I ordered it, but it is a motorcycle battery. It's one you get for. It's not like one you pick up at Tractor Supply or Advance or something like that. I mean, you can get the motorcycle batteries from Advance, but I ordered this one specifically for it, and it actually is a little bit tall, but it's alright, it works. You just tighten these down. It puts enough tension on it, it holds that battery in place, you don't have to worry about it. But there's also room in there that, you know, if I need to do anything else. There we go. It's done. I'm going to put my tool back in. And we're good to go. I like how that, I might have to take a heat gun to that, try to bend it back, because that's supposed to stay up like that, and it's bent. Probably take a heat gun to that, try to bend that back. But yeah, she is back together. Get my fingerprints off her where I put the air filter in the other day. What do you think? You want to try to fire it up? Let's try to turn her over and see if she'll crank over. We'll see what she does here. I'm kind of curious. Now this thing doesn't have a choke. It's got an automatic choke on it. I saw fuel pumping. I did put spark plug wire back on, didn't I? Yep, that's back on. Stop running. From where that new gasket's in there, probably burned a little bit of paint off of the header there. Oh yeah. I gotta get my tail light hooked up. Actually purring pretty good. All right. Oh, there we go. Well, you heard it. That's the first time it's been fired up. God, when was the last time I fired that up? Maybe back in November, something like that. But anyway, I'm that much closer. So, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. We know it runs. We know it runs. So, I got to get my oil. I'm going to try to get the oil tomorrow to get the oil filter changed in it. And I'm going to go ahead and then I'll go ahead and set the front plastics back up on there. And I just have to wait for that one grommet and spacer. And I can go ahead and get the handlebar stuff back on it. So when that comes in, then I can put the front rack on it, tighten it down, done. So, thank you guys for hanging with me again. And I hope you enjoy. I had fun today. I'm really tickled that I got to get part of it back together. And I'll probably even go ahead and throw the rear tires back on it here in a little bit. And it'll be that much closer to being done. But anyway, thank you guys. Everybody please be safe. I love you. And remember, what are we supposed to go do? Fix something, right? or work on something, build something, whatever. Anyway, with these times the way they are, y'all be safe. See you.